Hey guys, it's me, Diane Hochman, and this is actually my very first video. So I'm going to minimize myself, so I'm not even looking at myself, because I got to tell you the truth, it makes me nervous. If you've ever met me at all, you know that I'm somebody who's really used to talking and doing conference calls and training. If we haven't met, welcome. I'm so glad to meet you. This is the first in a series of videos I'm going to be doing called the MLM X Factor. And I'm very passionate about talking to you about this because I spend my days as a consultant, as a trainer, watching people that have really suffered in the industry. They're searching, they're looking for the way to create the home business, and unfortunately I see them making an awful lot of mistakes and doing things out of desperation, or running around looking for the magic pill, so to speak, pulling on a slot machine lever, hoping that maybe this is the one. And really, that's just not what it's all about. And I'm hoping that I can help you here with these great free audios, videos. And you know, I got to tell you, it makes me a little nervous to do video, but my mentor always said, you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. So here I am, and we're going to give it a whirl, and hopefully I can teach you and train you on a few things and assist you on your journey through the world of network marketing and online marketing. Just to give you a little background about myself, I got started in network marketing in 1999. It was totally a fluke. I wasn't looking for a home business. I was actually severely obese, and I was 270 pounds, and a family member showed up and had lost a lot of weight, and I bought some products from them, and it turned out that those products came from a network marketing company. They invited me down to a meeting, and I was under the impression I was going to like a Weight Watchers meeting, a support meeting, and what I walked into was a really big opportunity meeting. And I'm talking rah-rah, people on the chairs, you know, I got on the product and I lost, you know, X number of pounds, and I grew an extra arm, and I couldn't walk, and now I can walk, and you know, and it blew me away. What I saw, what was going on with that particular product, gave me hope, made me believe that it was possible for me to change. And then when I saw the business portion of that meeting, where they stood up there and they started drawing circles, well, I thought maybe, just maybe, I had been brought there by divine guidance. I thought it could be a solution for my problems. My husband and I had bought a house, which we believed we could afford, but we kind of forgot that we needed to heat the house and have electricity in the house. And we had come from a small condo into a very, you know, sizable house, and we were drowning. And behind his back, I was putting everything on credit cards. I'm talking full sets of appliances. Every time we were short at the end of the month, I was, you know, swiping the card, even just to buy groceries. $150 worth of groceries all the time was adding up, and the next thing I knew, not only was I obese and had all these medical problems, but we had $40,000 in credit card debt, and that didn't even include our student loans, our car payments, or our mortgage. And it got to a point where I was hiding the bills from him. I disconnected the phones, literally, because the bill collectors were calling, and I didn't want him to realize. So when during the day, while I was home with the two babies, I'd take the calls or handle that, and at night I'd disconnect the phones, and he just assumed we didn't get any phone calls. And it was very stressful and very miserable. And I walked into that meeting and I saw a way. And the only problem was that what they gave me to work with didn't help me out too much. I was given a box, had some products, it had a manual, and the manual basically consisted of who do you know, write a list, and their big marketing method, and I'll give away probably, you'll probably figure out what company I grew up in, was a button that said lose weight now, ask me how. Now, I don't think walking around when you're 270 pounds, or even if you've taken off 20 and you're 250, walking around with a big button on it that says, look at me, is not the way to go. Especially if you're like me. I had had a problem since I was a little kid with weight issues, and the idea of putting on something that was going to make people look at me was, and believe it or not, I did it because I was so desperate, but it was just mortifying. It was painful. I spent many a night crying, trying to figure out how I could make this work. And I came across, actually, I hit the net, truthfully, at night. I was looking for a way to do business on the net. I thought the internet was my solution because nobody would see me. I was under the impression that you get a website and ka-ching, people order. And by now, if you found me, chances are you know it doesn't work that way. This was back in the day when everybody was getting an internet mall and thought they were going to get rich. So I started to learn all the basic techniques and different things about autoresponders and online ads, and I learned. And then I came across some training from a gentleman named Schroeder, and this was probably late 2000 at this point. And when I got into that training, that's when I started to learn all kinds of marketing, but most importantly, I learned the X factor. I learned the secret language of kings and rock stars and dead presidents. I learned how to attract people.